Hey.
Hey.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Geek Spot News on a Monday night here at 7 o'clock. Excited to talk to everybody. Welcome to everybody in the chat already. Charles, as always. You should just start putting first, and then we know, and we'll say hi right back to you.
He always
But I'm Jack. That's Frank. That way.
That way.
This way. That way.
Mm.
Yep, that way. Cool. Coming to talk about all the latest stuff. Somehow a slow week, I think.
Yeah, it's a really slow week.
It wasn't. I mean, there was still some stuff I think that might have come out, but we'll hit that. There was still stuff that we managed to watch and do and all those things. But, before we get to all that, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Make sure you give us a like and subscribe, all those good things. Wherever you're doing it, a follow if that's what that platform likes. We appreciate all of it. But before we get to talking lists and news and shows, Frank, what have you been up to, man?
Just losing hockey games. That's all. Constantly, never-ending losing hockey games. That seems to be the goal. My goal. Wednesday. Let me see. Tuesday night. That was the night. Wait, when did we do our last show?
I don't remember. Monday?
Okay, so Tuesday night, five people showed up. We had a sub, so I basically played the whole game. That sucked. We lost. Wednesday and Thursday were finals for my Jokers team. We lost both games. That sucked.
Cool.
Sunday was a playoff game for a different team in a different league. We lost. That sucked. Yeah. So a lot of losing hockey games lately.
That sounds great.
And playing video games. I spent the entire weekend doing nothing. I didn't talk to anyone really. I didn't go out anywhere. I just kind of stayed, as they say, within myself to just kind of recharge my battery.
Got it. Well, it's nice to see you recharged.
I'm not recharged, but I am not playing. I don't think I have any games this week as of yet. I have a game tomorrow night, but I can't go to that. So,
well, I suppose there's not a lot of playoff games left for the teams.
No, so the way it works for us is these seasons run current. So once the finals just ended on Thursday, that league has already started up. Teams have games this week already.
Oh, dear God.
It goes one after the other. Like the seasons just run right up against each other.
Got it. That sounds
sometimes while the finals are being played, the new seasons have already started. It just they try to get four seasons in a year. One for spring, summer, fall, winter. Yes,
a season for all seasons.
A season for all seasons. And at the moment we're just waiting to find out what the schedule would be, or when the first game would be for the new season for this team.
Got it. It's exciting stuff.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
So what game have you been playing?
Just a lot of Destiny. They put out their final live update. There will be no more new content coming for the 12-year-old game that I have sunk thousands and thousands of hours into.
That sounds right. Yeah. But at least you get a little more, right? Or did you already finish it?
No. There's a lot of content that they put out. I'm trying to pull up how much time. There's an actual website that you can go to and
tells you the amount of content they put up.
No, it tells you the amount of time that you have put into this game, which I'm going to tell you in hours in a moment as soon as it loads. But this is the last live content update. The game will run on for as long as Sony decides to keep the servers on, to keep the lights on for us. But there's a lot to do, which is good. I'm waiting for it to load now. I will tell you that the number one player out of the 12 million players in Destiny has 43,475 hours. That's the number one player. Me,
How many? 4,000?
43,000.
Oh, got it. Okay.
This person has. Me personally, I have 3,416 hours invested into this game.
It's a long time.
Yeah. That's an incredible amount of time. And this goes back, I think that actually includes the first version of the game, where I had about just under 1,000 hours.
So that's 142 full days that you have invested. Okay. But the other one was 43,000, you said?
43,000 hours, the top of the leaderboard has.
So that's almost 18,000 days.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's five full years of their life.
Yep.
On Destiny.
Now I can say that it does have time you just kind of sat in orbit. Yeah, so active time for me. Now, if you just take the time that I was away from the keyboard, it's about 2,000 hours, where like I would be in the game and not really doing anything. Just sitting in orbit, kind of watching a video how to build, oh, this guy discovered this character, build it this way. And you kind of follow along with the video and, set your character up with the different abilities and such and guns. So it's still a lot of time.
That seems like a lot. Yeah.
It's an incredible amount of time. I have deleted 214 hours worth of characters, meaning I've played characters and deleted them. And the time of all of those characters that I have played build up equals almost about 214 hours.
About a week and a half.
It's a fun website.
That sounds like it. That's great.
Yeah.
I did not do any of that last week.
No, you actually did things that benefited society, whereas I rotted my brain.
I don't know about all that. I mean, I played a bunch of gigs.
People happy with music.
Yeah. They sometimes they get happy. Sometimes they get angry. Sometimes they get indifferent. There's a little bit of everything. Yeah. Sometimes they get sad because I might play a sad song. I try not to. They could be. If you play them twice as fast and do stuff. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, no, I had a bunch of gigs. Kids are done school, so that's exciting. And then we're moving on. Just more gigs coming up this week. I got the boys playing with me Friday at a gig, so that's going to be fun.
Oh, I didn't tell you. So no. I found a website to buy hockey sticks on, right? And
yeah,
the website. So the really light, good sticks, lightweight ones, they're a couple $100, $300, $400, $500 if you go to a retail store. They're specific stores. I'm not mentioning them. I found a website. A friend of mine sent it to me. It's just this. It's an all black stick, and $130, right?
Nice.
Now this is the stick, and then once they stamp CCM or Bauer or the name of the company on the stick, then the price of the stick doubles, triples, and that's, as anything, when you get a big name on it, the price goes up. I ordered a stick. I was really excited for it to show up. It showed up Thursday. I brought it to work. I was going to tape it up at work, and I unwrapped it. And what my manager was like, let me see it when it comes in. I was like, cool. I unwrapped it, and it's so light. And I was so excited to take some shots with this stick that when I got in position in the office to just kind of take a shot, I looked down and I noticed I'm a right-handed person. So when I shoot right-handed, but the blade of the stick turned left, and they sent me the wrong one.
Oh no.
So back it went, and they're going to actually swap it out for me and send me the right one soon.
It could have turned the playoffs around for you. That's a shame.
It could have. It may have. But
speaking of playoffs and our chat,
listen.
Congrats to the New York Knicks, led by the boys from Villanova.
good for the local Philly guy, local team helping out the New York team win a championship. It's really good. I don't
Whatever we can do to help New York finally win one every once in a while, glad they just needed some Jay Wright coaching.
That's all.
Somewhere in their timeline to get them there, but congrats to them. The most impressive stat that I saw is the Spurs led for 74% of the playoffs.
Yeah.
And still only won one game.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Honestly, the Knicks didn't win because of any talent that they had on the team. They didn't win because Villanova players. They won because WWE superstar Danhausen lifted the curse that he put upon them. He uncursed them, and they went on an immaculate winning streak. So,
how old is Danhausen?
I don't know how old Danhausen is.
Is he younger than 53?
Probably.
Okay.
But Danhausen cursed the Knicks because Stephen A. Smith was being a jerk to him. And then they lost a bunch of games. CT knows. They lost some games in a row, and then people got together and they
So they just sucked for the 52 years prior to that.
Right.
Through no fault of anybody else.
They sucked the 52 years prior because it's a New York team, and that's what the Mets do. And, Yankees are a whole different story. I think they're I think that section of New York is...
Any of the New York teams that shorten their name needlessly, like the Knickerbockers to the Knicks or the Metropolitans to the Mets. Any team that doesn't use their full name.
In these playoffs, had Danhausen not lifted the curse, Joel Embiid playing once every 24 games could have beaten them.
It's fair. As they almost did.
Yeah,
they didn't. They never came close. It's fine. So not a lot going on for me other than some gigs and stuff like that, and getting out and doing whatever I can in the weather, and those things. But so that is all that's that. So let's move to the next segment here, huh? And it's time for Frank's List.
I'm sure I'm going to be inundated with New York Knicks stuff on a wrestling show later this week, but let's digress. So the listy thing is more or less what's coming out this month, and like some of next month, because I don't have an actual list because I was really busy at work today and couldn't put one together.
And there's a lot on the horizon here.
There's a lot of stuff on the horizon, a good chunk of which we'll probably see. One of us might see. I feel like I already missed the train on He-Man, so I feel like that might be when it drops on Amazon in like 3 weeks. He-Man was phenomenal. Another one that just came out that apparently critics are going boo on it, but a lot of people seem to really like it. Disclosure Day from Steven Spielberg.
Yeah.
It's an alien movie. Aliens visit us.
So it is, but it isn't, from what I've heard, is why there's so much back and forth on it. It's not what anybody expects going in. T has seen it. It says it's one of his top 3 movies of the summer, which we'll see after we go through these next handful of movies coming out in the next 6 weeks, if that would still be the case.
Disclosure Day isn't one I'm probably going to see. It's Emily Blunt, Josh O'Connor, Colin Firth. Good cast.
And Spielberg. It's Spielberg doing aliens. I mean, he doesn't anybody else, so
he's pretty good. So starting on the 19th, we have Leviticus. 2 teenage boys must escape a violent entity that takes the form of the person they desire most, each other. Not me. Not my wheelhouse. Oh, is my internet doing fun stuff, or has Jack disappeared? Either my internet sucks or Jack left. Was that you or my internet?
Both. It's a little bit of both.
I love it when that happens.
Yeah, we're both fighting the internet things.
Yep.
Which happens sometimes.
It does. But Leviticus is not a movie I plan to see.
No, I would assume that's not your wheelhouse. Two teenage boys must escape a violent entity that takes the form of a person they desire most.
Yeah,
Each other.
each
Yeah,
other.
not in your wheelhouse. No horror movies in your.
No, it's just not my thing. But outside chance of me seeing in the theater, the death of Robin Hood. This is basically Logan, the Hugh Jackman movie Logan,
Yep.
only Robin Hood. Which,
Conveniently,
okay,
Hugh Jackman as Robin Hood as
Jodie
Logan.
Comer, Bill
Comer.
Skarsgård. I'm in, right? I'm okay with it.
I
I
guarantee I will not see the movies, but I'm
no.
sure it looks like the Metascore not great so far. So we'll
Yeah.
see.
I think it looks great.
T does say it looks really good. I agree. It's not one I'll probably pay to go see in the movie theater though,
No,
given
but
the list upcoming in the next couple movies that will hit, which I will be bound to go see.
right, like also on June 19th. June 19th is a pretty big day for movies. Toy Story 5, back for a fifth installment. I don't have kids young enough to see it, and I kind of fell off after Toy Story 3, personally. So I'm good.
So yeah, so premise of this one, she gets a tablet, and stops playing with their toys. Is the premise of this, because they're old, and this feels a little dated. Like I feel like this would have been more prevalent like 10 years ago when tablets came in, but we're telling the story to the parents that remember when they got tablets,
Yeah.
I guess now. Is where the goal is for this one. I did see a pitch on one of the social medias for what Toy Story needs to do for 6 to finally wrap up the series. Is Andy, as an older man, needs to go and buy back all of his toys to put on display and to tell the stories to his kids about how these toys are his childhood, and
That
that
would be
needs
it.
to wrap the entire Toy Story saga,
I mean,
where Andy's room looks like right behind Frank here.
yeah, and the Legos over there you can't see.
Posters and Woody figures and Lego drawings of Legos of Jesse. How amazing would that be? Is the
That would be a good close. Now,
Yeah.
if that happens, I know that people that make movies watch our show.
Exactly.
Now the following week we get into something that I'm going to see for sure in the theater. I haven't bought tickets yet. Releasing on June 26th, Supergirl, which in the little stars thing, it gives you a couple names. They have taken Jason Momoa out of just the three people there. So it's
Yeah.
Millie Alcock, who plays Supergirl, Eve Ridley, who I'm guessing plays the
Ren.
girl that runs around with her, right?
Yep.
And
Ren, yeah.
David Cornsweet is put in it's given basically a title card. Yes, Superman is in the movie, but Jason Momoa is not listed on the little short blurb here.
Yeah, but they did just do a Lobo trailer for the movie.
They did.
So
He looks great.
yeah, look, he was already Lobo for 2.5 movies and a couple cutscenes. So we know what he's going to do. It's going to be the Arthur Curry.
Funny enough, one of the little news stories. Yeah, well, one of the little news stories I have is that the cape that Supergirl's wearing in the movie, they actually found about 15 or 16 meters of Christopher Reeve's actual cape, the material they made Christopher Reeve's Superman cape out of, and they used that to make her cape.
Awesome. Yeah, that is pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm so super excited. I was excited for Supergirl even before the little Christopher Reeve tie-in, which I think is awesome.
Yeah, I'm dying to see how close it is to the comic book.
Right. I'm sure
because-
they took some liberties.
Yeah, well, they have to, because there's some big side quests in the comic book that I don't think that we're going to get to. But I don't, as good as I think the movie is going to be, I don't think it's going to do anything great at the box office.
Maybe
If He-Man can't do well at the box office,
He-Man
Supergirl has
doesn't
no
have-
shot.
I don't know. Although, so the weekend that Supergirl comes out, Jackass Best and Last comes out, and I don't think that's stealing a ton away from Supergirl, but Jackass has a pretty big following.
I mean, are we going to say Scary Movies? What stole away from He-Man?
It
No,
may have.
it did
No,
not. Scary Movie did awful.
yeah. You know what stole away from He-Man? He-Man.
See, and there we go with T in the comments. With that, I hope they just remade the Helen Slater. I'll fix your autocorrect and Faye Dunaway movie. But I think, look, I think Supergirl is one of those properties where, we were big fans of the show. We watched the entire run. I love the Helen Slater run. She was one of my favorite characters pre-Crisis on Infinite Earths when they killed her off. A lot of that had to do with what they did with her character with the Legion of Superheroes, because they had to remove her from Superman to kind of have him do his thing. And she spent a lot of time in the future, had a whole love story with Brainiac 5, all sorts of like great character stuff they did there. And then her sacrifice really hit. But then since then, they haven't really known what to do with the character, because then they had Supergirl, and then they had a clone that was Supergirl for a while after Death of Superman. And then they have Power Girl that's in the universe too, that's really Supergirl, but from another really weird. How they have to keep trying to balance that in DC. But I don't think that Supergirl has the oomph to be super successful in the box office. Even with Momoa as Lobo, he's in a lot of movies that make money, but like it's not going to make Minecraft money, And he's in a lot of movies that flop too. So, right, like he has a couple $1 billion hits. He has a couple like nobody saw the weird one where he's in like the purple suit and he's like a demon that in dreams and stuff. Like right, like so I don't know. I hope it's a good movie. I don't think it's going to be a big hit though. I don't think Jackass will be a big hit either. So
Jackass will do decent numbers.
I don't think so.
Not
why you can watch it on YouTube every day. Go watch those dumbass people. That
I've never seen a Jackass movie in the theater, and I'm not going to start now.
I think I saw two in the theater. I might have seen the first one in the theater.
Yeah, Supergirl Day One. There's a movie coming out July 1st that you're going to have to go see probably.
Oh, 100%. I will.
Minions and Monsters. What's this, like their fifth or sixth movie?
The third Minion, second Minion movie.
Second Minion movie, but they've been in the...
It's like the sixth in the Despicable Me franchise. There's also been shorts. There's a couple like smaller ones that star the Minions, but not like theatrical releases. There was Minions and the Minions and Monsters. This one looks fun. It's set in the 1920s where they go and they film and they're like, oh, we need to find a monster to be in the movies that we're going to be filming. And they go get a real monster who then like summons from the devil, like all these crazy monsters that come through and try and take over the earth, and they have to stop it. So looks like it's going to be fun.
Interesting. I saw some people hating on the whole Minion thing. It makes money, man. Yeah. If you don't like it, don't go see it. You got to complain online about it.
Derpy's got some good stuff in the chat. I don't know if we have that for news later on.
Yes. No, but I mean, I may as well throw it out. That's JJ, just so you know.
Got it.
That is Booster Gold. The pilot was handed in. Yes, JJ pointed out. The show writer is David Jenkins. He confirmed the pilot is finished, handed into DC Studios. He said it's one of his favorite pilot scripts. The rumor was Kumail
Nanjiani
is supposed to play Booster Gold.
Unless I get my my Scrubs reunion again, my Zach Braff and Donald Faison, Booster Gold, and Blue Beetle, which I was promised on Legends of Tomorrow. I'm not super excited about it. I love the character, but it's also been a great character that they haven't known what to do with for 40 years. They like try and make him important, and then they screw it up every time. The only time he was really successful and well liked as a character was when he was with Blue Beetle during that Justice League run with Keith Geffen and JMD Matatis back in the late 80s.
Not in Smallville?
No.
Let's see.
We got Evil Dead Burn coming out on July 10th.
Yeah.
and Moana coming out on July
No.
10th. So a little something for
No.
everybody there.
Absolutely not.
Look, that Moana movie, I'm gonna end up having to go see it. T is gonna have to go see it. We're gonna
Gonna
have
make
to
bank.
embrace The Rock and his wig. It's gonna be
It's
great.
gonna make. It's gonna make bank.
He's doing shampoo commercials.
Oh
You
boy.
know, it's a whole thing. Um, and then we got look, the rest of July is stacked.
Yep.
Right? You got the Odyssey, which I'm not a big Nolan guy,
Oh, I love
but
Nolan.
I love Greek mythology, so I'm probably gonna go
Same.
see the Odyssey.
I want to go see it, but 2 hours and 52 minutes is a long, 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 long movie.
It is. It's
Because
shorter than Endgame by 10 minutes though. So
factor in 30 minutes. Yeah, but Endgame kept, see, it was weird. Endgame kept me invested. Like I could put Endgame on right now, watch it start to finish, and not even blink at how long it is. I am going to enjoy the Odyssey.
look,
But-
there'll be nap time in the Odyssey. Don't worry.
I'm sure there will be.
It's a Nolan movie, so there's gonna be like 20 minutes in there where you can just saw logs and nobody will even know.
That's fine. July 31st.
Oh, hold on. You're skipping ahead.
I skip off.
You got Hades Town the
Odyssey?
musical, which is
Oh,
phenomenal. I went and saw it up in New York a couple weeks ago.
that also is Greek mythology. It
It
seems.
is, and it is such a great show. They got the original cast back together to film this last year in the style that Hamilton did for Disney Plus. But I would. It's only going to be in theaters for 5 days, which is wild.
That's it.
Yeah, it's a limited release in theaters, and then I guess it'll go to streaming. But it's such a great show. It's the story of Orpheus and Eurydice.
Okay.
If you know that one where they fall in love and she dies and he goes to save her, and there's a whole, it's a Greek tragedy.
Honestly,
that way.
I know a lot. I know a lot of the names and some of the story from playing Hades and Hades 2.
There you go.
Video
And
games,
the
roguelikes.
music for this show is amazing. Like there's not any. All of the dialogue is done over music. The band is on stage.
Gotcha.
They are part
Okay.
of the show.
Oh, that's
the
cool.
trombone player joins dance routines during the show while playing.
Interesting.
It's fantastic. It's a great show. And that same day, or the week after that, is when Spider-Man hits.
Yeah,
which
there
we'll
was.
all go see.
I'll be there day one. So hold on. They released the synopsis of Brand New Day,
Oh God,
and the synopsis is
Jean
it's
Grey.
a brand new day for Peter Parker. The synopsis found on the movie's website begins fighting crime full time as Spider-Man in a world that doesn't remember him, and the pressure of seeing his old friends move on without him sparks a change in Peter he may not have the power to control. But that transformation will also be the only thing that can stop a shocking new threat to the city and those he loves, a powerful villain no one can even see. The world may have forgotten Peter Parker, but he hasn't forgotten them.
Sure. I don't love
Look.
this synopsis, but I also know that has nothing to do with the movie. So, based on the trailer that we got, I think that is, I hope that's not too much of the movie because that is boring to me. I want to see the 4 years.
Part of me really, really hopes that Sadie isn't playing Jean Grey. We've talked about it before, and I don't think she is. But she supposedly signed on for a handful of movies. So 6, 7.
I
6,
hold
7?
firm to the fact that there is no way Marvel introduces an X-Man in a Sony property.
I believe that is probably the right move, is to not introduce her there or any of the X-Men there, especially if she's going to be one of your on the ground frontline first X-Men.
Yeah, I also don't. So my other issue with that is, obviously these they take 1,000 years to make movies at this point, right? It's not
Yes.
quick. So Sadie Sink is too young to be Jean Grey unless we are literally resetting the X-Men.
That's supposedly what.
But I
is
mean, like
happening,
resetting, like starting with the first 5, which they're never going to start with the first 5.
no, because that would include Archangel, right?
No. He's not Archangel for 20 years.
Oh,
It would be Angel. Archangel was when he
Angel.
was
Okay.
when he became one of
Yeah.
the 4 horsemen of Apocalypse and was turned
Right.
into death. And then his result when he came back to the lighter side was his Archangel. But it was Beast, Iceman, Jean Grey, and Cyclops. And Angel were the original 5 with Xavier. So unless they're going to completely...
It could. I mean, she's 24. And if you're trying to build, and you know it's going to take you forever to do movies, so you've got Doomsday,
but you have to
Secret Wars.
Do some. If you're going to have Wolverine, and you're going to play that love story off, that gets real creepy real fast.
I don't think they're going to keep Hugh Jackman. I think they're going to have to recast.
Agreed. But like, you still don't cast Wolverine young.
No, you can't. And
right.
yeah,
so, like,
you can't cast a 40-year-old guy to play off a 24-year-old girl. You could, but
right. That's where I'm like, that's I don't know that you could do that well. So I hope they don't do that with the X-Men, because it closes off the universe, and I don't know if Marvel has as much runway with these movies as they think they do anymore to have time to do a slow rollout over like a decade.
Yeah, well, so I know that when they started doing the Avengers movies, they were signing them to like 7-8 year contracts, 7-8 picture contracts. They're not doing that anymore. They're signing them to short. I think Tom Holland signed for 3, maybe a couple extra.
Fine. I mean, we got Scarlett Johansson in 8 movies as Black Widow. Great.
Yep. I don't know. I will see. I don't think she is. I think she might be a mutant. But I don't think she is that mutant right now.
Here's what's going to be the worst. If it's a brand new character.
Oh, yeah.
Which they 100% could do.
They could.
Or she could be Bloody Mary, which would be weird to pull a Daredevil. Or Typhoid Mary. Sorry, not Bloody Mary. Typhoid Mary. Weird to pull a Daredevil character in.
Unless he's in it.
Oh, I mean, I don't know why you'd put the Punisher in the movie, not Daredevil, since he was in the last one already, too. So... yeah.
Right.
But I don't know when he would have had time to film it. So,
no, I'm excited to see it though. T said after seeing Carl Urban in Mortal Kombat, he's convinced he would have made an incredible Wolverine. And what's up, Ace?
He's too tall.
Yeah, but they keep saying that too tall thing. Henry Cavill looked great as him. And again, I'm a Henry Cavill stan. Yeah, now he's too old. Yeah.
Dom, you missed. We already had a whole thing on the Knicks. And how we're embracing the Villanova boys. Because
honestly, nobody
New York
in Philly
the one without Villanova on the team, so it's fine.
Nobody in Philly. I was listening. I'll sidetrack for a quick second. I was listening to Sports Talk Radio today. Most of them just don't care, and that's really even saying something. They don't care. I don't care.
Nobody even knows that the Hurricanes won the Stanley Cup last night.
Oh, I knew. That was one of the greatest Stanley Cup finals in the history of Stanley Cup. It was an absolute amazing.
Yeah, and they didn't even mention it on the news this morning.
No.
Like, they talked. The Knicks were on Good Morning America, but they're like, yeah, and look, these other guys.
I mean,
these other
that's
guys
New York.
Yeah.
If Vegas had won, they would have been all over the place, and not all for the greatest reasons either.
Yeah. So I think that's enough of what's coming up, right? Can segue us into the news.
Yeah.
So we'll bring that back and talk through what's coming out and our thoughts on that. I think we'll do that, monthly or so. Give a sneak peek of what's coming up, what we think about them, and then I think that'll move us over to.
Even got good music.
I try.
So per Variety, as of Sunday morning, Disclosure Day is projected to earn a 3-day total of $44 million by the end of its debut weekend at the domestic box office, launching well ahead of its initial $35 million projection. With a total that surpasses the 41.8 domestic debut of 2018's Ready Player One to give Disclosure Day the best opening weekend for a Spielberg movie since 2008's Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, which is his most recent movie about aliens, which is just one of the worst Indiana Jones ever.
Yeah, I think it's also his first big movie since then, right?
Ready Player One was big as far as budget.
Well, right. But I mean, he's had like The Fablemans. That wasn't going to crush it. West Side Story wasn't going to crush it. The Post, Bridge of Spies.
Pulled in $607 million at the worldwide box office. That's a good haul.
Yeah,
that's a great book. The book, if you're a fan, the book for Ready Player One on billion times better than the movie. It goes into way more detail. The movie's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying other movies he did since Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull was like The Adventures of Tintin, War Horse, Lincoln, Bridge of Spies.
374 million, 275 for Lincoln.
We were just talking opening weekend though. You know.
Yeah. Now, the debut for The Adventures of Tintin, 9 million.
Right.
Lincoln was 21 million.
Yeah. But that was when movies were in the theater for like 6 months.
Yep. Ready Player One brought in 41.8. So, yeah, I mean, look, good for him.
And 2018, when Ready Player One came out, was also, there was probably 3 Marvel movies and 3 DC movies that year.
Probably.
So there was a lot. 2018? 2018. That's when Endgame came out. Or that was when Infinity War came out. Sorry. So you had Infinity War, you had Ant-Man, you had, it was a busy year. You had Captain Marvel came out that year. There was a ton of billion-dollar movies that year that were crushing the box office. I think Aquaman was that year. The original Suicide Squad. No, it was already out. But yeah, 2018 was a busy, busy year. Yeah. So lots of competition for a sci-fi book to try and compete with the superheroes dominating the market then. Yeah, like I said, it was 2018 was busy.
Solo is the one I landed on when I scrolled through the list. Yeah.
Look, I saw it 3 times in the theater, so I contributed to Solo's massive success.
I didn't hate it, but 24 Jump Street is in development with Channing Tatum, Jonah Hill, and Ice Cube to return. Why isn't it 23 Jump Street? Because they said it took us so long to make the sequel, we're skipping 23 and going to 24. That is some on-the-nose funny shit, okay? That's funny. And
Agreed.
It makes sense.
Look, I saw them both.
I saw them both.
Perfectly fine.
Listen, I will still every so often watch the clip of Jonah Hill revealing that he slept with Ice Cube's character's daughter. Yeah. It's great. That whole scene, the scene at the school where they're at the table together with him texting them, and then the scene in the office where Channing Tatum figures it all out. That's awesome. I wish they would do some of the ideas at the end of that montage, Ace, because the montage was phenomenal. Colin Farrell is in the Batman 2, which has recently begun filming. He said, Colin Farrell said, I got to read from the first to last page, and it's really magnificent. I think Matt Reeves is brilliant, and he wrote not only tonally, a really kind of dark and at times terrifying piece, and not only psychologically weighty and nuanced, but really feeling. He said, there's moments in it, it's full of feeling. I just think he wrote kind of a contemporary genre masterpiece. Colin Farrell, is only in 2 scenes. So the Penguin is only in 2 scenes.
Great.
I can't wait to see this when I'm 64.
Look, and we got some other news, casting news out of the Batman 2, apparently.
We did.
Where Sebastian Stan is not playing Two-Face.
No. Sebastian Stan might be...
Harvey Dent.
Rumored to be playing Victor Zsasz, who was played perfectly in the Gotham TV show by, what's his name?
Oh God,
Oh, come on. I thought you had it because I didn't look it up on purpose.
No, I can't remember his name. Like I love
You,
him. He was
you
great in
put,
Barry. He's Metamorpho.
he's Metamorpho. He is.
Yeah,
Um,
why would I remember that guy's name?
I
It's
thought you would remember him.
no.
Where the hell is it? Anthony Carrigan.
There
God,
you
I
go.
suck. Anthony Carrigan was great.
Why
But
is he not on the first page of characters from
I
Sorry.
even typed in Gotham and I didn't get his name.
He's like a scrolling issue on
Yeah.
Superman movie. Jesus.
But thank you, Ace. But who is playing Harvey Dent?
So
Allegedly.
Brian Tyree Henry. Which
Now-
look,
I recognized the face when I looked him up.
oh, he's great.
As someone I've seen. Yeah, absolutely. Love him.
He was great in Eternals.
Yep. Wait, what? Eternals was great? Oh no,
I
he was
loved
great in
Eternals.
Eternals. The Marvel movie?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you did go see Solo 3 times, so that tracks.
And it's also it was also good. You know, it helps.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, look, he was on Atlanta forever. He's does a ton of voiceover work. He's Jefferson Davis in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
I think it's a good. I think it's casting.
But if let's say Scarlett Johansson is who she's been rumored to be, which is his wife, right, or sister, I bet he's killed off right away as Harvey Dent, and she takes over
I
and
hope
becomes
not.
Two-Face.
I hope they don't do it that way. I hate when they do stuff like that.
Or is it going to be him and Sebastian Stan as the two halves of Two-Face?
Now, that would be interesting. That would be one interesting way to do it. I think you're robbing the character of something by doing it that way. But how do you pull that off?
I don't
Like,
know.
no matter which way you go, you're walking into a tornado of crap.
Yeah.
You
I
can't
forgot
cast
he was in Bullet Train too. He was fun in Bullet Train.
Yeah, you can't cast Sebastian Stan as the whole part and then Brian as the bad part. And you can't cast him as the good guy and then cast the other guy as the bad. There's just no winning if you do it that way. It's lose-lose.
And look, I have trouble with Zaz too. Zaz is a serial killer who typically is presented as a killer for hire. So I feel like the story is not that far off from what we got in the first one. So I hope that there's some nuance in the way these characters are presented that makes it more interesting than just another like 7 serial killer mystery Batman the detective. Cool. But like, what bad guy is he punching? Because he didn't really get to punch many good bad guys in the first one. He just punched some like random thugs.
JJ mentioned earlier that the Jimmy Olsen Gorilla Grodd show is taking another step forward. I forget what he said. I'm looking at so the is filming later this year, confirmed by Peter Safran.
Cool. I'll watch Skylar Elizondo do pretty much anything. He's fantastic.
Yeah, that's fine.
I hope they have, and they should, just have fun with that character. Like Jimmy Olsen, the player, I think is all you need to do there, and just have some like superhero adjacent stuff in the periphery of the show, and just have it be like him as the player getting in and out of trouble with dates and women the whole time. I think would be a blast.
I would love that. And the last big piece I have, which is actually pretty big news, Fox is buying Roku for $22 billion.
It's just wild that Roku's worth that much, isn't it?
Apparently, Roku is not doing bad. It's going to acquire Roku for $160 a share in a combination of cash and Fox Class A common stock, giving Roku an enterprise value of about $22 billion. It's supposedly going to close the first half of the calendar year 2027. Fox will continue to operate Roku as a partner-friendly platform going forward. Apparently, it's not a company they're buying that has debt. They're actually like above, and I don't understand how.
It's weird to me that Fox is buying that. I mean, Roku's a tech company. They're not really an entertainment company. They are a tech company that happens to do some entertainment stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I have to wonder, like, is that can further isolate Fox, because Fox does still exist, right? But it's Fox Sports
Yeah.
and Fox News.
Yep.
Like, that's Fox now. So like, unless they're going to
So
move their streaming stuff for that, because right now you can get FS1, which is a pain in the ass, or
yeah,
Fox One is their
yep.
streaming service, but it's
That's
like,
where the World Cup's on.
yeah, but it's
So
so hard to
when
get to, and so there's not a lot of other content on it.
no, when this happens, the combined company will become the third largest player in U.S. TV by share of viewing, which again blows my mind. Roku, founded in 2002, was one of the earliest players in the streaming devices space. Has stayed independent since then, battling for market share against tech giants Amazon, Google, Samsung, and Apple. Company, after years of struggling to achieve profitability, reported its first full year profit for 2025 with net income of $88.4 million on revenue of $4.74 billion.
Yeah, I have a Roku around. Like, or I had one.
I can tell you, I've had at least 3 or 4. Hey, Pete, thanks for chopping in. I had like 3 or 4 of them over the years. I used to use it for a while.
But there's a lot of TVs that if it's not and that's where you don't think about it, right? There's so many TVs that are, unless they have proprietary built-in stuff like LG does, or
right.
Samsung,
Well,
all of
Roku
the lower
TVs.
end, like the TCL, are all Roku TVs, right? Or they're Amazon Fire TVs, right?
Ones, or
They're either Roku or Fire TVs.
Hisense? Yep.
Hisense, I think Hisense probably has the Roku stuff. Yeah, so, and there is Roku content.
No, it does.
Yeah.
So what's
as well,
weird is
there was a stretch when they were producing and doing content too that I never got to watch because it was on Roku. There's a whole the Russo brothers did a like history of Marvel thing that is only on Roku that I've never gotten to see because it was supposed to be released somewhere else and ended up going to Roku. That I've always wanted to watch. So who knows? Maybe it'll be available somewhere again.
So the sale after the sale of 21st Century Fox assets to Disney in 2019, Fox Corp was left with broadcast and cable networks focused on live news and sports. In 2020, they acquired free ad-supported streaming platform Tubi for $440 million. Tubi now has 100 million monthly subscribers.
Yeah,
which is again crazy. I just now
put Tubi's free. That's why.
Right. Well, that's right. That's why. And Roku's free. Now you pay for the stuff you want to see. That you want HBO and you can watch it through that.
Yeah, it's an interface is the face of it, but they also do have content as well that they license.
Sure. Yeah. Now I just put pause on my ridiculously expensive Hulu subscription until September. I paused that $100 a month for the next 6 months or so while I explore alternate ways to watch my live programming and live sports. I'm giving the VC box another try. It's a legal thing. I mean, how they sell it on the Walmart website. It's just another. I get way more television than I know what to do with. It's all the whole country. Like I get ABC from different, from the East Coast, the Midwest, the West Coast. I get different, all that kind of stuff, and it somehow has all the HBO, Cinemax, Showtime, all of those things for free, and it only cost me like $300 for the box. If I'm watching live sports, I'm like 2 minutes. Like if you're watching it on another platform, I'm like 2 minutes behind you. I think it's worth it.
Yeah, look, YouTube TV is like 20 seconds behind, and it's awful.
Yeah, but
I can't. It is what it is.
Yeah.
So
that's it. That's all the newsy stuff.
So Not like I said, not any big releases that either one of us really watched this week. I am all caught up now on Maximum Pleasure Guaranteed, which is still just such a great show. It's so uncomfortable all the time.
Which one?
Tatiana Maslany, Jake Johnson, Murray Bartlett. It is
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
great. Like a thriller crime, but they keep like releasing like new layers to the story where you're like, oh, it's darker than it was a minute ago. It's a very dark show. Like some humor, but not a lot. It's definitely a crime thriller. Just great show. I would recommend that one. And I started Widow's Bay finally because I've heard so many rave reviews about it with Matthew Rhys, Stephen Root. Also great. That is not your wheelhouse for sure, because it is definitely like a horror style show. It's about a island off the coast of northeast U.S. I don't remember what state exactly, but like a Martha's Vineyard style. But nobody can leave the island ever.
Oh,
if you're born there,
interesting.
you never. If you leave the island, you die. Is
Weird.
the myth. So, and
Okay.
I'm only 2 episodes in. I think the whole series is already dropped. So I'll probably have that done by our next episode. But yeah, like that's the premise, and then so then it's a horror story that plays out from that and the curse and how it happened and all this stuff. But Matthew Rhys is great. If you watch The Americans, and liked him
Oh
in
yeah,
that.
I like him.
Yeah. So he's great in this.
He's the guy that interviewed Mr. Rogers.
He is the
The
guy
Mr.
that
Rogers
interviewed
movie.
Mr. Rogers. So that was really all. I've been, working my way through the Stormlight books, and they are thick.
Yep.
So thick.
What book are you on?
Second one, Words of Radiance.
So I'll ask you off because I don't want to spoil it for people that didn't see it. We didn't mention the Doctor Who thing.
We did not.
Doctor Who. So Russell T Davies has left Doctor Who, per the last report, and so they had announced a Christmas special, but he said they never planned a Christmas special. They were just trying to drum up interest in hopes that it would get made, and that didn't work. And they have kind of pushed pause on Doctor Who, as far as I know.
Yeah. So when they announced when we finished the Shootigatwa, and brought back Billie Piper, as whatever she is at the end of that, he had said, "Hey, there's a Christmas special where it's usually Doctor Who will return," is how they do it. So they did that, and they did that as a way for like, "Hey, we don't know if it's going to be HBO, we don't know where it's going to be, but let me tell everybody, like, I have a Christmas special in the bag, so when we get picked up, I'll do the Christmas special." Look, and Russell T Davies, as well as the whoever the dumbass that ran it before him for a little while, that ran the show into the ground, were controversial picks for getting kind of too deliberate in their messaging and their thoughts and the way that they wanted to present the Doctor, and less subtlety and less like, hey, we're going to talk big themes, and getting like very specific in the messages that the greater world labeled as woke and this, that, and the other thing, and the way they presented their storylines. So I don't think Russell T Davies had any interest in going away from that style of telling. So I think they're going to look for somebody that can be more, still have those themes and the inclusiveness, but not pound you over the head with it.
Right.
Is I think what they're going to look for, because, and it's driving me, Chris Chibnall, that's who it was. And then Russell T Davies, like back to back, just beat people over the head with this messaging to the degree where I think it alienated a lot of the crowd that fell in love with the Matt Smith version and the David Tennant version, where it was just about the stories and not trying to get an agenda through. So I think they're going to hopefully veer away from that with whoever they bring in to run it. But it'll be back. The series has endured since the 60s, so it's not going anywhere. But I think BBC's going to take a beat and do a reset similar to how when Russell T Davies brought it back in '05. It was a 20-year stretch. It's a really good run in today's market for this era of Doctor Who without really like an official break. So I think taking a beat and trying to figure out how to reimagine the storyline while still honoring the history of the series is a good plan for them.
Yeah.
Speaking of Doctor Who and sci-fi, how are you doing with the Duttons?
So I am enjoying it. Okay. I'm 3 episodes into the 5. Okay. Last week I had a lot going on. I wasn't in the mood to watch TV. This is not and I'm not going to talk long about it, but this is not just a quick show to watch. There's nuances to this show, and there's little plots going on here and plots going on there. And it's a heavy show to watch. So when I'm sitting down and I only have like 20, 30 minutes to do something, I'll pop an episode of Eureka on because I found that again. It's a fine, fun 30-minute comfort show. Just makes you laugh. But I am slowly working my way back through catching up on the Duttons. I personally love it so far. I loved Marshall's. I did not think I was going to like either one. You probably go back and pull the clip of when we saw the trailer and how I said I was out on it. And it looks like they turned Beth and Rip into cold-blooded killers. And that's not what the show is at all at this point.
Well, that's
so,
good.
yeah.
You're a sucker for anything in that Taylor Sheridan universe. It's okay.
Not everything, but what did we say? Lioness is coming back?
Lioness is back soon. I think August. I believe. Yeah.
That's a good show. You enjoyed that one.
You got Zoe Saldana, you got Nicole Kidman, you got Morgan Freeman. Like, you can't go wrong with that show. So I think that is all the news that's fit to talk about. We've got to wish an early happy Father's Day to you.
And you.
Everybody else in the chat listening that is a father of any sort, whether it's on purpose or just because you're doing the right thing. Have a great Father's Day to you. I hope you enjoy your day. You can catch me all weekend at Jack Kidd Music. I'll be in Warminster and Exton and Chesterbrook and all over the place. And Frank, where can the kids catch you next?
The kids can catch me on the Island of Relevancy this week. T and I took a break last week so T could revel in his New York Knickerbockers doing their Knickerbock thing. But I believe we're back to our regularly scheduled program this week once I have a chat with them. We're all go, all breaks, all gas, no brakes. My brain froze while I was trying to get that out. All gas, no brakes. Island of Relevancy. Look for it on YouTube. We should be live this week.
Nice. Enjoy, everybody. And again, happy Father's Day. We'll see you all next time.
Yeah.